If you are a grade 12 learner preparing for paper 1, please stop and watch this video carefully. Because right now, without knowing it, you are losing marks. Not because you don't know the work, not because you didn't study, but because you are answering comprehension questions the wrong way. I have marked hundreds of scripts, and the same mistake keeps repeating across all schools, across all provinces. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what examiners are looking for, give you a simple 3-step formula for answering any comprehension question, and walk you through a real-world example so you can see the difference between 0 and full marks. This is the video I wish my learners had watched before their March assessment. Let's get into it. The number one mistake grade 12 learners make in the comprehension is this. They answer what they think the question is asking, instead of answering what the question actually asks. Let me break this down into 3 specific mistakes I see most often. Mistake number 1, copy and paste from the text. The learner reads the passage, identifies a sentence they think is the answer, and copies it word for word. The examiner will not award full marks for this. You are being tested on your understanding, not your ability to copy. Mistake number 2, too short. No quote. The learner writes one short sentence in their own words and stops there. But in most comprehension questions, especially 2-mark questions, your answer needs to include a reference to the text, a quote, evidence. Without it, you are giving the examiner half an answer. Mistake number 3, own words only, with no quote. This is the mirror opposite of mistake number 1. The learner explains beautifully, but never links back to the text. The examiner can't tell whether the learner actually read the passage or is guessing. These 3 mistakes cost learners 8 marks or more before they even reach the summary question. That is almost a full grade band gone because of how they answer, not what they know. Here's the truth that changes everything. The examiner's marking memo is not a mystery. It is a list of keywords and phrases the examiner is looking for. If your answer includes one of those keywords, you get the mark. If it doesn't, you don't. So what do examiners actually award marks for? They want you to answer the exact question asked, not the question you wished they had asked, not the question from last year's paper. This one, right here. They want you to quote and explain from the text, not one or the other, both. The quote is your evidence, the explanation is your thinking. Together, they show understanding. They want to see your own words supported by the text. Your interpretation matters, but it must be grounded in what the passage actually says. They want correct grammar and full sentences, unless the question says otherwise. Now, what do examiners penalize? Quoting with no explanation? Explaining with no quote? Changing the meaning of what the author wrote? Vague answers they say nothing specific, and answers written in an informal register, slang, abbreviations, casual language, all of that will cost you. Look at these 2 columns on your screen. That is the difference between a learner who scores full marks and a learner who walks out of the exam wondering where their marks went. Now, I'm going to give you the tool that fixes all of this. I call it the PQE method. 3 steps. Works for any comprehension question worth 2 marks or more. Step number 1. P stands for point. State your direct answer in one clear sentence. Use your own words. Do not copy from the text. This is your main idea, your position, your answer. One sentence. Step number 2. Q stands for quote. Now reach back into the passage and find a short relevant quote that supports your point. Enclose it in inverted commas. Keep it brief. One phrase or one short sentence is enough. The quote is your evidence. Step number 3, E stands for explain. This is the most important step, and it is the one most learners skip. You need to explain how the code proves your point. What does it show? What does it suggest? Why does it matter? This is where the examiner sees your thinking. This is where marks are won or lost. P, your point. Q, your code. E, your explanation, in that order, every time. Let me say this again slowly. Point, code, explain. P, Q, E. Bend that into your memory before you write a single word in paper 1. Let me show you exactly what this looks like in practice. We are going to use a vocabulary in context question, 2 marks, which means you need 2 pieces of credit. The question is, explain the word apprehensive as it is used in paragraph number 2, and that's 2 marks. Here's a typical wrong answer. The learner writes, apprehensive means scared. That's it. 1 sentence, no code, no explanation of how it works in context. The examiner reads this and asks, does this learner understand how the word functions in this specific paragraph? We cannot tell. The answer gets 0 out of 2. Now, here's the correct answer using PQE. Apprehensive means extremely nervous or fearful. That is the point. Define in your own words. In the text, the character is described as trembling and unable to speak. That is the code. Short, relevant, in inverted commas. This shows deep anxiety, not just mild worry about what is about to happen. That is the explanation, connecting the code back to your point. 2 marks, full marks, every time. And here is the key inside. The examiner's memo has a list of acceptable synonyms for the word. If your point includes any of those synonyms, you get the mark. P, Q, E. Make sure you hit every target the memo is looking for. Before we close, I want to give you 5 practical tips you can use starting from your very next exam. Tip number 1. Read the question twice before you write a single word. Most mistakes happen because learners rush. Read it once to understand it. Read it again to confirm you know what they are asking. Tip number 2. Underline the instruction word. Words like discuss, explain, describe, compare, and analyze. Each one requires a different type of response. Underline that word first. It tells you what to do. Tip number 3. Use the mark allocation to plan your answer. 1 mark equals to 1 clear point. 2 marks means 2 points, or 1 PQE. 3 marks means 3 points, or a more developed response. The marks tell you how much to write. Tip number 4. Use PQE for any question worth 2 marks or more. Don't gamble. Don't shortcut. If the question carries 2 marks or more, structure your answer with point, quote, and explain. Tip number 5. Read your answer back to yourself before moving on. Ask yourself, does this answer the question? Does it read as a complete sentence? If you cannot understand your own answer, neither can the examiner. Those are the 5 tips. Use them every single exam. You now know what examiners want. You have the PQE formula. You have seen it work in a real example. The only question is, are you going to use it? If this video helped you, like it, share it with a classmate who is also writing paper 1, and subscribe to this channel. Every week, I upload videos specifically for grade 12 learners to help you prepare for your exams. Drop a comment below. Which comprehension question type gives you the most trouble? I'll make that my next video. See you in the next one. Keep pushing. Your Matric certificate is waiting for you.